I'm Stefan Holt, and this is News 4 Now for Wednesday, November 21st. Welcome. We're going to start with a check of the weather. The temperature's going to plummet tonight. Thanksgiving shaping up to be the coldest in more than a century, so bundle up if you're heading outside. Now we'll get a check of the news, and we're learning much more about the murder of an entire family in an upscale New Jersey neighborhood. Police say Keith Canero was shot in the head and in the back outside of his home in Colts Neck yesterday, and our sources say his wife and children were stabbed inside just before the multi-million-dollar home was set on fire. Prosecutors are looking into whether the killings are linked to another fire at the home of Canero's brother in Ocean Township. Paul Canero has been accused of setting that fire, but prosecutors dodge questions as to who may be responsible for the murders.
I do believe that this was a targeted situation with the Canero family. We're still developing that. I can't go any further.
After a stunning mistrial last night, prosecutors say they're going to retry the man accused of killing Queens jogger Karina Vetrano. After just a day and a half of deliberations, the judge decided the jury was hopelessly deadlocked in the trial of Brooklyn man Chanel Lewis. Prosecutors said he strangled and sexually assaulted Vetrano while she was jogging alone in Spring Creek Park back in 2016. He was arrested 7 months later after detectives said they found DNA evidence under her fingernails. But the defense argued the evidence was minuscule and was mishandled, and that his taped confession had been forced.
Just shows that DNA is not as clear-cut, and there are issues that, as you can see, the quality and quantity.
The Garden State could be one step closer to legalizing recreational marijuana next week. New Jersey State Assembly and Senate committees will meet for debate and a possible vote on Monday morning. The bill aims to expand the state's medical marijuana program, expunge certain criminal records for marijuana, and legalize recreational use for adults over 21. If passed, New Jersey would become the 11th state to legalize recreational marijuana. All lanes have reopened on the Brooklyn Bridge after this fiery crash killed one person and snarled the morning commute. Investigators are still trying to piece together what happened. 4 cars were involved and 3 caught fire.
Flames were probably going up a good 10-15 feet in the air. Smoke was going up a good 30, 40, 50 feet and climbing.
And finally, the last-minute preparations are underway for the Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade. The gigantic balloons for this year's parade were inflated near the American Museum of Natural History this evening on the Upper West Side. Thousands of fans braving extra security and frigid temperatures to get a peek at Charlie Brown, Paw Patrol, and their other favorite characters ahead of tomorrow's big event. You can watch the whole thing live on NBC4 New York starting at 9 a.m. That's all for News 4 Now. Stick around after this for a full report on the Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade and the preparations. I'm Stefan Holt. Have a happy Thanksgiving. News 4 Now will be back on Monday.
Wind worries? Put those on hold. Right now, the inflation is underway, and the crowds are here in force.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
What are you excited to see here today?
The balloons.
What do you think so far?
It's good.
The big stars of the 92nd annual Macys Thanksgiving Day Parade don't look like much when they're rolled out of their boxes. But they quickly take shape, and volunteers like Walt Rudy help make the magic happen.
For as long as I'm able to, I'll be here at the parade.
This is year 19 at the parade for Rudy, a professional hot air balloonist who's optimistic about Thursday's cold weather and potentially balloon grounding winds.
It could possibly let up for us to have a great parade, and that's what we want.
And whatever the forecast, it's clear sailing for making memories and new traditions. This is Bernadette Riley's first time seeing the balloons in person.
You watched it on TV all these years?
All these years.
Something
yeah.
different about it in person, though, right?
Oh, you're not kidding. Better now than never.
So the decision on the wind and the balloons is made in the morning. The parade folks work in tandem with the NYPD. They'll be monitoring the situation, and if they do float, each balloon has someone to monitor them during the entire route. Safety is the top priority. People here cautiously optimistic. And one little piece of business before we go back to the studio. A 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Happy Thanksgiving!
We're live on the Upper West Side tonight. I'm Gus Rosendale, News 4 New York.